was just looking at my new Bud skincare. Selection 1967. If you did not know, I am continuing on my Mario Maker Ultra Mario Maker series. Last time I think we did one. Let me show you. Here's this rad song. My last video started to interrupt with my plan of giving away the design. Then I made what's game style, terrain, the power-ups, enemies, which was pretty surprising because they're my pretty surprising. This video is like an hour long, so you don't have to watch it. Mostly because of how many enemies there were gonna be in the game. There were bosses, gizmos, and then playing again with the island. Yeah, I'm continuing of new power-ups, I might add. Oh yeah, that's the one now. One including new enemy power-ups, like this. So, let's say you're like Mario, or Luigi, or Dodgy, or who you wanna know, that is. So, our idea. So, then you grab a Goomba power-up. You click to stop, and then you can get the power-up. This makes you can walk to the left, right, you can jump, and you can spit fireballs. However, you can't go around the goal path, so now your goal changes if you happen to stop the other players that will have one. And there can be another, unless there's 4 players, then there's gonna be 3 power-ups. So which do you want to go against them? Then we have, which is inspired by Goomba. Then one inspired by Kalumba. This one we need 2 stomps to get the power up. But like again, you reset as normal. Mario if you get killed. So that means when you pick up the Goomba mushroom and you're Goomba Mario, then if someone stomps on you, you turn back to normal Mario. Or you swan back to the nearest checkpoint. Same exact thing with Galumba. And then we have another one inspired by not only the Goomba stack, but the kind of reference to the Poké as well, is the Goomba Stack Tower. This one acts just like a Poké. You can use Fireballs to kill it, Yoshi to kill it. Basically, you can use anything you need to. Except it's too tall to jump on, plus it can lean ouchie if you stomp on that. Sure, let's go to the scenery maker and make a level based off one of these. I'll do the Goomba mushroom today. Of course, I gotta get images. I have to get Goomba Mario. Mario Goomba, I think it's called. Ooh, the Mario background. We're gonna make the scene. I'll tell you when to skip. So skipping a. So when you see the mouse on the thing, do you see the mouse? If yes, then you can on your screen. If you do, then you don't have to skip past this part because the fun part is about to begin. So, here is the level I made. So we have the Mario, my brother Luigi. On this chunk, we have the Goomba Mario, which we'll get to later. This and the Goomba. And let's pretend it's a board game. So I have to do when I switched to die, the actual death die came up, so try to find a die. Okay, there we go. And let's say we have to get past certain parts. Maybe you're going to use the die. And then we have all the random spaces. So I just gotta put on the line. Of course, you know we have our space. So here's how the board is going to go. That will be it. So it's gonna go here, 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 onto the pipe, onto these, jump up here, 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 onto the swamp, here, here, drop down, here, 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 and then finish. But of course there's certain spaces. If there is, for example, there is a coin space. And of course, if you didn't know the other space, it was a flump space. Should I put the word again? So there's 3 everything besides 1 through 6. There's the coin space, the flump space, and the go again space. Also, Circus Mario rolls A. Circus it's me, Mario, and then Luigi rolls 5. Like so I roll and I roll the 3. So 1, 2, 3. And of course eventually there's like a Roman movie space. Well, Goombas are like the stormtroopers in the Star Wars interactive board game video thing. He has to go. Let's say he reaches the end. Well, both Goombas reach the end. Then that will mean that both people lose. So then he goes ahead, wheeling on Goomba. Well, he stomps at the Goomba, and the Goomba goes back, and the Goomba stays under there for about a turn, and Luigi goes back to the start. Then Mario rolls the fall, so it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. I can ground pound, but I would land on the Goomba space. But I'd get a coin. Oh yeah, coins are really important. When someone gets to the end, when both people get to the end of the thing, the person with the most coins wins. So that's what the coin thing comes in hand. And plus ground pound and bricks will make. We'll turn to skip turn blocks. Ground pound. So ground pound, go here. Then we roll a 2. Then Mario goes up 3. And of course the gun pops up and then says Luigi, if you have to jump on him, he goes back to start and he's still sitting there. Well, if after 5 turns, the Goomba will move once, the next person's turn have a choice. He can move his player try to get to the end, or he can move the Goomba space 2 spaces. So if he was here, he can like 1, 2, like 1, 2. I guess that can count because he's like, and even though he's like can't start. But if he's here and he's knocked it out, he goes back to start. However, he knocked out the Goomba, and he goes back where he was. So now, eventually, they're gonna go around. Where, like, can't grab around these. Then you have to jump up here, which counts for like turns. Thing. If you want to turn again, you have an extra turn. Then, and it depends on what player you want to be, because Luigi can jump higher, so you can actually move 2 spaces. So that means if he rolls a 6, he can move like 12 spaces. Actually, the Luigi you can only move. Actually, for Luigi you can move 1 extra space. So when you roll the 6, you'll actually can move 7. Then basically Luigi's Mario's gonna go and land on the swamp. Let's say the swamp, someone rolls a die and it lands on the swamp. Well, then the swamp, if you haven't heard, guess what? Then the swamp will crash down. Of course, if he falls down on his turn, Mario will go back to stop. And the only other people, plus since he's right here, plus not only will he go, but anyone on the pipe, because he will crash into the pipe, will also go back to start because he'll get squished. Then you'll go on, like you'll be like a couple coins. The coin pun gets you like 1 coin. Eventually, you can ground pound this and then it'll drop. Then it will drop from here and it'll spawn next to a Goomba. Well, then you can drop down back here. Of course, Goomba can move 2 spaces like 5 turns. Of course, the Goomba can move on 2 spaces. So then eventually he'll go on and like 1, 2. Of course, if anyone's there on that space, he will back to start. And if they land on him, they'll still go back to start, but he'll be under around the next turn. Of course, Mario rolled the 1. He knocked out the Goomba, but he gets the Mario power up. So that means Mario go to the side, and now he turns into Goomba Mario. However, if Luigi ends up jumping on him, Mario turns back to normal and he's not Goomba Mario anymore. But however, Mario lands on them, Luigi goes back to start, so your plot kind of changes. Plus, you can go backwards or forwards, and this time you can actually camp the finish or start. Not really the finish, but you can camp the start. Of course, believe it or not, if Mario is right here and someone rolls the flop comes down, crushes the Mario, and he turns back to normal. As long as if he is on the top. Of course, however, Mario can't ground pound. And of course, if he loses his power up, he'll go back in the question mark block. I think there's gonna be like a lot of things, like people going back to start, people collecting coins. Eventually, someone's gonna make it into the castle and onto the gold hole. And when Luigi gets there, they kind of running. Let's say that Mario had 8 and Luigi had 6. So Mario win the game because he had more. Yes. Then of course, and that was the introducing of the 3 mushrooms. Plus